Martin's Shave Tests. And it's Sunday the 15th of December. We're getting very near Christmas. And it's also Gary Hayward's birthday. My sensei, the one that advised me originally to try a few YouTube channels. So if you're suffering from my channel, then blame Gary. Anyway, it's Gary's birthday, young fella. Up in Nottingham. And a couple of little call outs today. I've been very lax, I'm sorry. What I've been doing is damaging myself with some of my strange martial arts. See all the bruises, that's through slinging. Anyway, on the subject of shaving and of slinging, some of the best, if not the best slingers in the world, we should be talking about the Balearic sling, known by the Romans, and of course as used by young David to kill Goliath. Anyway, the Balearic sling comes of course from the Balearic Islands, and the Portuguese speaking Balearics. I have a friend there who I'm encouraging to do a YouTube channel, a shaving YouTube channel. Now he's a bit of a knife man, and he's just shown me a remarkable shave where he's used a Portuguese made pocket knife to shave with. Anyway, Duarte is his name. I'm very much hoping that Duarte will continue the youthful tradition of straight shaving. He mostly uses chevettes. He probably has to delve occasionally at those horrible Gillette double-edged things. Anyway, he just did a very, 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 very interesting shave using a pocket knife. So good for you, man. Anyway, he's of the same generation of the marvellous Sean Staplefield. So he has youth on his side and hopefully can continue in the field of straight razors. So what I'm using at the moment is my very first sample pot, which came from the wonders of Eric. This is the original sample pot of a deer tallow by the Cajun Blade. And this one was July of this year. It's a sandalwood base and it's absolutely gorgeous. In fact, I'm going to be honest with you, I've got a few now from Eric, but this one, I leave the lid off because this is the sample pot, because it smells so nice. It actually perfumes my bathroom. So, let's see how it's shaved, because as it's Gary's birthday, I want to do, in honour of my good friend Gary, I want to do a competitive, for want of a better word, shave with the famous wolf blades. I have a wolf blades with plain steel. It's one of the most beautiful creatures you've ever seen. And I have one with the special Damascus steel. So we'll do a comparison, and then we'll do a comparison with one of the ultimate Damascus razors ever made, which I shall show in a minute. First of all, this is the Wolf Blades by Trevor Wilson's Sci-Fi. I fell in love with it straight away. As soon as I saw it, I had to have it. Had to. So this is a plain steel RWL34 nitrogen quenched ultra scientific blade. This never really even needs stropping. So, but let's try. Let's just try a couple of strokes. You can hear it cut. This is on quite a few days stubble again. I'm copying the wonderful Gary. Yeah, you can hear that's absolutely effortless. Yeah, no stalling, no grabbing. This is a heavy weighted blade. It feels good because if you've got a few days stubble, this doesn't shilly-shally about. This is a chopper, and it's absolutely magnificent. Let me just show you how magnificent in a moment. Ugh. Yeah, so that is the RWL34, very high-tech stainless steel. Right. Now this is the full-on Damascus steel. This is the Vinland Damascus steel. Again, by the wonderful Trevor. It's got beautiful, subtle colours. I don't know really if my terrible lighting here can pick up. It's a sort of a faint tortoiseshell grips in very high-tech material. But this thing, I can't eulogise enough about. This is the one with the very, very high-tech torqueable screws, which you can't have because I'm the only one which has got the screw. Well, there's a couple of others, but anyway. Let's try this one on the other side. And as I suspected, not quite as good. Now, in fairness, this is the edge straight from Trevor. Is probably on a Zulu grey. I don't know. No, it's not as good. I've always had my doubts about Damascus edges. You need to know exactly how to tickle them to get them exactly right. Nothing wrong with it, as I say, it's a magnificent razor, one of the most expensive, one of the most sought after razors on the planet. Damasteel, very, very expensive. Poor old Trevor has to pay a fortune to get this steel, hence why these are very exclusive, very beautiful razors. However, let's not forget what I've also got, which is a bokeh, full bokeh Damascus steel. This is a sintered steel. It's a powder steel. Very, very, very high tech again. It's 2 grades of stainless steel powdered and welded, don't ask me how, together to form, again, extraordinarily exclusive, but somewhat troublesome steel. I say troublesome because when I got it from a lovely lady vendor in Germany, she was very loath to part with it. Why? Because there was only 20 ever made in the world. So this is one of 20. There will never ever be any more. So if you ever see one of these, grab it. This is number 14 of 20. And 14 is a lucky number. And this has got the Heinrich Bokeh and Company all over it. I had trouble with the edge. Reason being is the monkeys at Bokeh don't know how to put an edge on. They actually had wrecked the edge. So let's just try over a similar area with this baby. Yeah. Yeah, that's actually smoother. This is my edge on it, by the way. Mr. Oman John over in Norway. He knows the trick of how to restore a factory ruined edge. Basically, a lot of the edges coming from so-called master manufacturers, they've given them to someone who doesn't know that if you edge harden the edge, you just wreck the edge. And unfortunately, this one came with a wrecked edge. Wouldn't shave very well at all. And this is an extraordinarily expensive razor. It's got gold all over it, look chaps. This is a really expensive, very rare razor. And they sent it out with a rather poor edge. So I can't remember for the life of me, but it took a little bit of effort. I think it's probably on a Sahiru 20K edge at the moment. But so far, the RWL34 sci-fi beats them all. But I've got one more trick. One more trick. Let me just show you. Yeah, that's chewing the stubble. One more trick, which is, let's lather up a little bit more because I can't resist Eric's wonderful scented shaving soap. Dear tallow, can you believe that? All the bloody CITES people, all the rest of me jumping up and down and screaming, oh no, we use deer tallow. Well, anyway, I've never been a hunter. I don't believe, because I'm a hypocrite, I don't believe in killing your game and eating it. I know that in reality, all venison comes in little polythene containers from a supermarket. Whereas our Eric actually goes out and slays them in the woods, in the bayous, and in the mountains in America. So he has every right to make proper, wonderful, exotic soap, which makes a wonderful lather. Right, let me just lather up the old moustache area, because I do believe you should trim. And if the beloved over in Morocco finally decides whether she likes the moustache or not, it will either survive Christmas or it won't. It's 3 months old and it's giant now. I think it's quite a magnificent example of strange hairy lip squid. Anyway, let's put that down. Finale, let's try. What do you think of that? Now that is a Philharmonica, obviously. It's the Novador. It's got, it's not the earliest Novador. It's probably mid-period, 1950s, maybe 1960s. But anyway, it's a Novador. It's a Filly14 Novador. And these are the kings of the standard carbon steel. As you can see, one of these days, this is all coming off. Yeah, this is a belter of a razor, but this is why I like the square point. You can trim anywhere. Yeah, trims beautifully. Let's try it against the grain. Excuse me. Do remember, chaps, what I always insist on. Do beware of lather on the fingers. Oh, unbelievable. Do you know, rumour has it there's people that still use double blade razors. Yeah. Oh gosh. I could do this all day. This is just wonderful. So far, I'm split between the Sci-Fi by the wonderful Trevor Wilson. I'm split between that and this. So far, I would say, I'm not disappointed, far from it, but I would say at the moment, plain steel certainly seems to trounce Damascus, but each to their own. As I said, Duarte has just had a shave with a pocket knife. Yeah. But he's been using knives and cleavers all his young life. And has done barbering work, as well as, of course, working in the cooking departments. But look, it's still taken off huge amounts of my horrible old bristles. So, king of the plain steels has got to be between this wonderful Philharmonica, and which is a beast, and let's go back to the Sci-Fi as a comparison, because this again is a very, very high-tech stainless steel. It still sings. Listen to that. Oh, I'm split now, I don't know. Handling razors, they all become the same once you've done enough shaves. Whether it's a smiley blade, a Damascus straight blade, a very small blade or a very big blade, you do enough, you master them all. Which is why I'm so keen, sorry to bore you chaps, to try to be any good with the David sling, the shepherd sling, because it's a skill. You've got to keep the skill pool going. Oh, this is bloody gorgeous. So I'm split. Definitely today, not the Damascus. Bearing in mind the bokeh has been redeemed, and this now has my 20k edge on it and not the bokeh factory edge, which was crap. But this one, thanks so much to you, John, if you're watching this, who put me right. This is the way you treat a slightly hurt edge. You have to cut back to fresh steel. Then fine, it's absolutely fine. But you've got to be quite good to be able to do that. Let's just trim a little bit with this, because I do like my sci-fi. How such a big razor can be so delicate. And it is. Suds. Very delicate. So delicate, you can go in close and do fine trimming under the nose. Anyway, I'm sure you've seen enough of my rubbish. Keep your eyes open for the usual miscreants out there, the wonderful Sean Staplefield, who, with his film star looks, I hate him. And of course, I must say, if Duarte actually gets off his bum and starts making videos, you'll see some very exciting stuff, because he will be shaving with penknives. Anyway, let me just make one more call out, which is, I showered with this, which is from a hotel, the Hotel Semiramis, La Semiramis in Marrakesh, where I met the lovely Alda. And I keep a few of these of keepsakes. Let me just say, my edges are pretty good, so post-shave, absolutely fine. No problem at all. Smooth as a baby's bum. And the aroma, one more time, from this wonderful Cajun soap. This is the deer tallow, and it is, oh, fragrant. That's all I can say. So that's it, chaps. Keep the faith. Sandalwood, very nice. Keep the faith. Behave yourselves. Keep straight razor shaving. Build your skills. That's the trick in life. That's it. That's enough out of me. So hopefully the lovely Aula may see this as well. So to all, thank you so much for subscribing. We're nearly the end of 2024. 15th of December. 10 days and it's bloody Christmas. So, Martin's Shave Test. Over and out.